Welcome to the Fishbowl Radio, everybody. My name is Chief, and with me today is Juicy. Thank you for tuning in with us, Juicy, today.
Oh, no problem. What's up, people?
All right, we have had a slew of. There's not going to be a lot of things we're going to talk about today too much because there's so much stuff going on today. And like yesterday, today, the NBA, NHL, XFL.
Well, Chief, at this point, we could have joined the club and canceled the coronavirus. Could have canceled the fishbowl radio too.
Well, that's kind of why the Fishbowl Radio spread out. We could talk about the coronavirus a good bit, how it's really affecting sports and everything, but sports isn't completely dead, but it's on its deathbed because NASCAR has announced that they're going to run their races without no fans in the stands. What do you think about that?
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, nobody's ever gonna really notice them anyway because they're paying attention to the road too much. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching on the TV. If you ask me, it's always free on the TV.
Yeah. I think so. A lot of people have been upset with. I forget the name of that play. Well, Tom Hanks has the coronavirus and his wife. In addition to, what's that NBA player that got diagnosed with it then? Because he's been received.
Oh, Damien something. I can't think of his last name.
Well, people have been
Then they
calling.
had two of them.
Yeah, he was the first one. He was the first one that got diagnosed. And like UL has announced that they're going to cooperate with the Sun Belt, and they're not going to have. They're like the NCAA is suspending spring games, spring seasons, spring sports, and winter sports.
So no sports until further notice.
Yeah, until further notice, until this thing gets wrapped up and cleared. But the hardest thing about controlling the coronavirus itself is the fact that you don't even know you have it until it's been inside you for 10, 14 days.
Yeah, but by then it's pretty much done.
And it seems to be affecting like I know they're like I wouldn't say let's not take this thing way too seriously, but it's mostly like the deaths and stuff are mostly older people. It's mostly
So know,
six.
people, the average age of people dying from coronavirus is 80 years old. So
I think that percentage was 20 or 30% or somewhere around that. Like the number of cases to deaths, that has happened. And I mean, if you have like
mortality rate's only 2%.
well, I mean, if you have a weakened immune system, it's not really good for you at all because you're end up gonna.
Yeah, but that's the same thing with the flu and SARS and whatever else. It's always gonna. The flu does the same thing if you have immune system deficiency or you're old. I mean, it's no different than the flu to me.
So, since we're talking about it, do you think that the NCAA, NBA, and all these other sporting agencies are they overreacting?
I believe it is a huge overreaction, like way overstepping it here. I mean, it's I can't understand it. I can't tell people nobody acts like this when they have the regular flu, and the regular flu has a higher mortality rate than the coronavirus.
Well,
To me, this oversteps the boundary.
well, let's think about it like this. There's no vaccine to cure this thing out yet. As far as we know, there's no vaccine that can cure the coronavirus that has been developed yet. They've had a thing around saying that you could pay someone $4,500. They'll pay you $4,500 to be injected with the coronavirus. It's basically, but like the thing people don't freak about the flu is because you got a vaccine. You can take a vaccine and be okay with it.
Yeah, but still, the older people die and the insufficient people die. They got 45,000 deaths in the United States from the flu every year alone, and still has a higher mortality rate than the coronavirus for the vaccine.
So you'd think that the NCAA, like, insane them, like, if they could just play.
It's pointless. They overstep. I don't know what they were thinking, but I mean,
Okay, what I think what they were thinking, the NCAA. I mean, I don't know if what they were thinking. What if this thing mutates? Okay, because we don't know a lot about it. As far as we know, this thing is still relative. There's been other coronaviruses out there in the world, but this is a new strand of it. What if this thing mutates to where it is like one of the symptoms is like it shuts down your organs? Cut is that is a thing. That is something that it can do it. I mean, it could actually mutate and be that. So maybe they were thinking.
It won't mutate really though, unless like a vaccine develops and then it'll mutate to become resistant to that vaccine. That's usually why they mutate those viruses.
But also, the environment plays a key role in it too. Environment, depending on where it is. They've had people that went to a convention in New Orleans, and some people that I know have been exposed to this thing, but they're quarantined right now because they were over there at that convention. They've been told not to leave their house and not even to go to work. There's other people that I know that their company has said, don't shake any hands with anybody, don't interact with the public. So companies are really taking this thing really seriously. They do not, because you got to think though, for a company's sake though, if one of your employees gets sick, they won't even know they're sick. And let's say if you walk into work and you're a big office space, let's say that there's about 50 to 150 employees in this said building. You shake hands with one of them, the other person shakes hands with someone else, and it becomes a domino effect where you start infecting more and more people. And then a business bottom line is going to suffer because, hey, we got nobody healthy to come to work. We don't have enough people to even run our business. And I think that's why businesses are reacting the way they are. Which might be why NCAA is doing what it's doing as well.
I could maybe make that case, but I mean, it's going as far as canceling everything. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
I mean, it's
just one giant step.
Look, the Kiss concert at the Cajun Dome this Saturday night has been canceled as well. But actually, it's been rescheduled. But, it's in October now. It's not. But for the time being, it's been canceled for this weekend. Everybody that wanted to go this weekend, they can't go because,
I was actually supposed to go to that.
Yeah. I had one of my friends that wanted to go to Comic-Con on Saturday. That's not happening either. It got canceled. There's so much stuff going on here. But I've seen some people try to take shots at the media, but the media hasn't really done anything too bad. They've just been telling people about it, like what is going on and stuff like that. But because all they said was wash your hands and gave you precautions of what to do. I mean, they didn't cancel all this stuff. That came from the people on top. Somebody was telling the people on the top to tell them what to do. In other words, media is being a scapegoat right now.
No, it's just a mess. I don't know. I'm kind of frustrated with it myself.
But what I don't understand, I went to Walmart today, okay, and I will not understand this to the. No, not the toilet paper business. Okay, look, I can understand if you're gonna hunker down into a doomsday bunker. What are the things you think you're gonna need? You're gonna need water. They already got that. If there's this is a disease, so not really a disease, but it's a virus. So you have they got hand sanitizer completely wiped out, and Clorox wipes and all that other stuff. And they also have water, toilet paper, hand sanitizer. That's the 3 things they packed. You mean to tell me none of those people packed food? like Really? Like y'all didn't think about this at all? Y'all didn't pack food at all?
Hey man, maybe got a freezer full of salted meat. I don't know.
But you would think the canned goods be the first to go, man. Canned goods don't spoil till like 2 years
Hey,
down
I
the road.
heard toilet paper makes people feel like they have power, or gives them some kind of sense of power. I don't
I
know.
don't know, but man, let's start making some jokes about that, bro. How long you think you could last with water? You still gonna be hungry?
Yeah, you can last a while without water, actually.
Yeah, I mean you can, but like here's the thing though, it doesn't make any sense. They got all the dollars, but they make no sense, bro. That's dumb. Like I can understand like if like oh man, this thing's gonna be around for like 2 or 3 months or 4 months or stuff. Man, this thing's gonna kill everybody or whatever else. But man, think if you're gonna hunker down and be in somewhere and be alone, I would think you would think about this for a moment and be like, look, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go buy me some canned goods. I'm gonna hunker down and just be perfectly fine with it.
But I mean, they always got running water in the house.
Yeah, you're right about that too. I mean, you get empty bottles, you can just refill them suckers back up. I mean, you're getting more chemicals in your water if you're using a plastic bottle, but I mean, still, that's better than that. I mean, if you got glass, you could fill it up with glass. Tap water ain't the best thing, though, either.
Low IQ people for such a simple virus.
I wonder something, though. The swine flu was a big thing, if you remember.
Yeah, it had a higher mortality rate too.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. Swine flu was a big thing, but I don't think it was as much panic with the swine flu as it was.
The bird flu had like a 50% mortality rate.
Yeah. So, but why are we all focused on the coronavirus?
Well, I know we're not a political radio show, but I think there's some politics involved in it, if you ask me.
Well, then again, I mean, Ebola came around twice. It was like 2014, but that wasn't 2014 was an election year. It was a the senators, not a presidential election. 2016 had
They had them on midterm years before they'll do now.
yeah, H1N1. Yeah, that was 2016.
Yeah, that was the 2016 election. It just seems like every time there's a big election, there's always some kind of virus. I don't know.
We're not saying that this could be a distraction. Because, like, if you look at the research what the CDC has given, there really should be no reason to fear this kind of thing. Unless you're thinking it's going to mutate. Unless you're thinking future ahead once it develops the vaccine that it's going to be able to mutate.
It's the only political thing I'm going to say. I think it's all a conspiracy to try and bring to cripple the U.S. economy, to bring the president down. I think that's all it is. They taking a shot. That's my conspiracy theory behind it.
It's good that you heard it here first. Juicy's entering the world of conspiracy theories. Watch out, YouTube. We're gonna.
It's got some base to it.
Entering the world of conspiracy theories. I'm not.
Look at what it's doing to the stock market. It's crippling all that.
Yeah. I don't think this would be enough not to, like, say, yeah, President Trump is going down. I don't.
They just want to blame it on him. They want to blame.
Well.
They're looking to blame a down economy on him and all that. That's what they want.
Well, a president. Well. I mean, he's the president, so he's obviously the figurehead of the United States government. Like, I mean, he's the face of the government. You can't put anybody else.
It's just we're not a political talk show. I don't want to.
Yeah, we're not gonna devolve too much into talking about President Trump and everything else. But that could be a reason too. I mean, it's something that you have to think about here. We're just pondering like the rest of everybody else, just trying to see what's going on. Let's see here. So, the NCAA made that decision, and I was wondering why they didn't just let the teams just play on the field by themselves without no fans, because NASCAR is doing that. And I think there's something else. What else is
The Big East played their tournament. Kept playing their tournament today.
Yeah, Sunbelt, they canceled their basketball tournament, and the Raging Cajun women's basketball team made it to the semifinals. Then the NCAA said, "Yeah, we're just going to get rid of the whole March Madness." So all they're now here's something else I want to talk about. Since I brought the NCAA, if you're a senior, okay, and you were on like the Raging Cajuns, okay, softball team, they were like they had the number one RPI in the country, okay, based on who they played and everything else, and LSU softball and on them other colleges. If you're a senior student athlete, should the NCAA give you an extra year of play because you couldn't really technically fill out your eligibility because the whole season got stopped?
It's a good argument, and I believe they should get an extra year.
I think I think so too. I think it'd be very wrong of the NCAA to not award those players another year of eligibility. I think it'd just be wrong, and it would be something that I think that should come up. If they haven't thought about it yet, I think they should just give it because they cut the season in half for them seniors, and I think it would not be justice for them to do it like that because let
And
them.
especially for softball players, they have a professional league to go into.
I think they do now. It's not known very well though. But like a senior in baseball, like if you stayed at school for 4 years and you want to, like if you thought your team was going to be a good national championship contender, or even if you just wanted to win the conference title, I mean, not so. I feel like it's very wrong if they did something like that. It wouldn't make no sense to me.
I agree.
So, you think they should give them an extra year of eligibility, Juicy?
I believe they should. I mean, the NCAA rules say 1 full year. It doesn't say half year, 3/4 of a year. It says a year, 4 years, 4 full years of eligibility.
Yeah, you're right. It's something that we need to they need to look at, and it's a big question mark whether they're going to.
Unless they don't suspend it too long and then they come back and allow them to play again, everything might just be delayed by like a month or something.
Yeah. So,
But it
which
might kill the momentum of a lot.
yeah, it would basically be having to restart over basketball season. You could put a knife in the NCAA basketball season. Like there's no way of knowing.
They're talking about there maybe being a thing called May Madness now instead of March Madness. It straightens out and everything gets back. They might push everything to May instead of March.
Well, May Madness. I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see. But we will continue doing weekly episodes because we're just gonna keep updating people on what's going on. Because we still got NASCAR we can cover and a bunch of other things here. I mean, it's not like we've talked about NASCAR a little bit on this podcast and stuff. So, I mean, we still got stuff out there we can cover. So it's kind of hard for like a lot of people are being affected by this, and it's something that like that people should really take care of and everything else like that. Like people could be losing their jobs and stuff because of this thing here. I don't think it's gonna. I think people are overreacting to a degree, but it's nice. It's nice that people are like kind of being more cautious about it. They're more aware of it. Like
Yes,
wiping
but they
their.
don't act like this for the flu, and that's what is aggravating.
Yeah, I mean, it's new. It ain't really heard about. There's not a lot about known about it. You see, that's like it's almost like dating somebody, right? You're kind of drawn.
Right.
You're listening to this though. You're drawn to somebody because, oh, I don't know a lot about this person. I want to get to know more about them, and that's why the attention is kind of, I think, captured on the coronavirus. There's not a lot known about it, and that's what's drawing the attraction, the attention to it, because it's a brand new strain of this virus here, and it's attracting people because of that reason.
That's about a fair analogy. I would agree with you
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we're gonna end it here at 20 minutes because I'm sure y'all
there. Not really
all.
much else to talk about.
Yeah. It's it's gonna continue on. We'll keep y'all updated and see what happens here. Follow us on Facebook, the Fishbowl Radio. Um, yeah, we're gonna wait out the coronavirus. Hope y'all stay safe out there. Y'all make sure y'all wipe y'all face, your mouth, your hands, and try. And for Christ's sakes, people, don't all go buy the toilet paper
Save the toilet paper.
and the baby wipes, man. Leave the babies alone, man. They need their baby wipes too, because people are
Same with
start.
a little bit of bottled water.
You can make your own hand sanitizer.
Yes.
You that is a thing. You can actually make your own hand sanitizer. We should probably do an episode like a live video. Here's how you make your hand sanitizer right here. Me and Juicy. It's not that hard to do. But please,
No.
I mean, you can use vodka, but I would not advertise you using vodka because
We don't advertise.
that is more expensive anyway. Why go buy? Well, I mean, you can buy cheap vodka like Taka, but that's not something that I don't think anybody needs to get involved with anyway.
Drink moonshine.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can drink moonshine, but you can actually use vodka to actually make your hand sanitizer with too. I just wouldn't advise it because it's more expensive anyway. But hey, if you're really that desperate to make some hand sanitizer, if they ran out of rubbing alcohol,
It seems like there's desperate times right now.
I mean, if you run out of rubbing alcohol, you could definitely use vodka.
Please.
You know what? That's one thing I was wondering. I was telling this to my mom today. I was like, everybody's worried about running out of hand sanitizer. Why not use bleach? But I mean, like, would that burn your hands or anything like that? I
No,
don't.
not if you don't like douse your hands and keep it.
Yeah, I mean, like if you dilute it,
Old,
if you,
whatever, but if you just wiping your hands with bleach, it should be alright.
yeah, and I mean, your hands ain't gonna smell that good. But I mean, it'll do the trick. It's more powerful than hand sanitizer.
But it's not good for your skin if you continually just keep it exposed.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, hey, like you said, desperate times call for desperate measures, right?
That's what I'm saying. Hey,
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Thank you, Juicy, for tuning in with me. Thank you for everything you do, buddy.
yep, no problem.
All right. We will see y'all next week, and y'all stay safe out there.
Stay safe, fish bowl.